In 30 BCE, the last queen of Egypt was found dead in her mausoleum. For 2,000 years, history has recorded this as a suicide. But if we treat the site as a modern forensic scene, the official timeline begins to reveal significant gaps. There are growing indications that the accepted narrative of her final moments may have been fabricated. The scene in Alexandria was grim. Mark Antony was already dead, and Cleopatra was found lifeless alongside two of her handmaidens. Ancient Roman historians claimed she chose a highly symbolic death, smuggling a venomous snake past her guards inside a basket of figs. But when we apply behavioral profiling and biological forensics to these Roman accounts, the serene image of the dying queen is replaced by a set of difficult questions. If the biological evidence doesn't support the story of a suicide, it suggests that the foundation of the Roman Empire may have been built on a successful cover-up. The investigation begins with the alleged instrument of death. While history often refers to a small asp, the only species in the Nile Valley capable of the act is the Egyptian cobra, the Narjarhajeh. This is no small, discreet reptile. An adult Narjarhajeh grows up to 8 feet long, making it a massive and unmistakable predator. Logistically, hiding a creature of this size at the bottom of a fruit basket and carrying it past elite guards stretches the limits of credibility. There is also the physical reality of the venom. Roman accounts describe a peaceful, sleepy passing, but cobra venom is a highly potent neurotoxin that triggers violent vomiting, respiratory failure, and agonizing muscle contractions. Then there is the matter of timing. Cleopatra and her two handmaidens were all found dead within the same short window of time. A cobra's venom yield drops sharply after the first strike. Expecting a captive snake to deliver 3 perfectly fatal doses is a biological fantasy. Furthermore, in a sealed stone room with no way out, guards found no sign of the snake. The Roman accounts provided the victims, but they failed to produce the murder weapon. When the biology and the mathematics of the scene fail to align, it points toward a scenario that was meticulously staged. To understand who staged the scene, we have to look at the security protocols Octavian had in place. His guards were under strict suicide watch orders. They needed Cleopatra alive to serve as the centerpiece of Octavian's victory parade in Rome, making it highly unlikely that they would let unsearched deliveries pass directly into her heavily guarded private quarters. Then there is the anomaly of the suicide note. Cleopatra supposedly sent a letter to her captor announcing her death before she actually committed the act. In forensic profiling, victims rarely send advance warnings that invite immediate intervention. In this context, the letter functioned more as documentary proof of her suicide for the public record. This leaves one man with the motive and the absolute authority to bypass the guards and control the evidence: Octavian. Octavian needed Cleopatra dead to secure his control over Egypt, but a public execution would have turned her into a martyr and sparked a rebellion. A quiet, state-sponsored assassination, disguised as a dramatic and exotic suicide, allowed him to eliminate a rival while maintaining his image as a merciful victor. With the queen dead, Octavian returned to Rome as the undisputed master of the Mediterranean, but he still needed to legitimize his new regime. He utilized a brilliant masterstroke of public relations. During his victory parade, he displayed an effigy of Cleopatra with a snake clinging to her arm, visually cementing the suicide story in the minds of the Roman public. It was a highly effective piece of political framing. By promoting the image of the tragic queen, Octavian shifted the blame from his own agents. He cast himself as the man who had tried to save her, turning a political martyr into a romantic tragedy. The narrative was so successful that it remained unquestioned for 2 millennia, influencing everyone from Roman historians to William Shakespeare. As the Ptolemaic dynasty ended, the Roman Empire rose in place. Octavian was transformed into Augustus, the first emperor of a world built on this foundational story. Imperial propaganda proved more effective than any biological toxin. By controlling the narrative of the queen's death, Octavian ensured that his version of the truth would be the only one history remembered.